The two images that were selected from the show are from a series that I produced in 2020 during quarantine. And so I really had an opportunity to see the state in New Jersey in sort of an unprecedented way, in that at the time I was living in Newark, and many of the images are taken in Newark and the surrounding towns and municipalities. And the urban landscape was barren. And so I kind of seized the moment and the opportunity to hit the street and see what type of pedestrians were existing in this new, emptier world that we found ourselves living in. I had been traveling around in my car. They are a result of me trying to find subjects where there, for this rare moment, was a lack thereof. In the image that you see of the boy on the bike was this really just serendipitous moment, where I had been doing what I do, which is traveling the streets and working as a street photographer via my vehicle. He had just turned a corner, and there he was in all of his summertime glory. In my mind, it was like, well, he's reclaiming the block, he's reclaiming the street. The name of the street is quite beautiful as well. It's Mount Pleasant Avenue. When I first saw him, I had pulled my car over rather erratically, and I had lowered my window and yelled out to him, "Hey, hey, hey, let me take your portrait. Let me take your portrait, please." And he was more than willing. He posed for me. And then as he rode away, I had dawned on him, I said, well, now this is the image. It's the getaway. The other image that I have in the show is a photograph of a man in prayer in Branchbrook Park in Newark. Another kind of just wonderful moment. I think we were the only two people in the park. It was in the middle of the day. And I was a little nervous to take a picture of something so intimate. But a lot of times photography is inherently opportunistic. And so photographers are constantly battling with this idea of, how am I ethically overstepping my bounds? You can coax yourself, for posterity's sake, to photograph something that's bigger than me. It's worth it. And so there he was in prayer in the park, surrounded by earth and trees and leaves, and a pretty one-off spontaneous moment that I felt, would somehow make sense in the larger context of my work. As a visual artist, a photo-based artist, I'm increasingly interested in identity, the identities of people, the identities of community. But Jersey was a lot of fun. It was a tremendous amount of fun. I never had considered that so much of my own character and personality could reveal itself through photography. I'm almost sort of a historian and anthropologist of sorts.